Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very, very, very well. Thank you so much for choosing to click on my video. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please consider it. Over 67% of people that watch within the last couple of weeks are not subscribed. And that's very unfortunate because I'm going to be here every single day, whether you like it or not. Hello, welcome back to today's video. We are going to be talking about Trisha Paytas has brought Daniel Preda on the Just Trish podcast. Obviously, we know Oscar, Trisha's co-host, who we love, has been gone for the last couple of weeks on vacation, and Trisha has kind of been rotating these special guests, kind of taking his place. And this week's was Daniel Preda, and they're talking all about Nikocado Avocado and what is going on right now. But first of all, I want to say that I am heartbroken because Daniel Preda, I'm speaking directly to you. I am heartbroken. So if you know anything about the little lore that goes on between Daniel Preda and the Muckers channel, we have covered a lot to do with Escape the Night, and Daniel Preda was a big part of that. And we covered his exposed video on Gabby, and bravo. I can't use my other hand, so I'll use my bravo. I think it was one of the most videos exposing someone ever. His video on Gabby Hanna, I think it was truly incredible, and I will always give my 10s there, even now, even though I'm heartbroken, Daniel Preda. So anyways, Daniel Preda, I had posted about him and Joey, I think like a month or two ago when I was in LA, and it was of their breakup video. And I had made a video reacting to Joey and Daniel's breakup video because I thought the concept of YouTubers doing these breakup videos was really just funny and very bizarre. The way that they would pose for the thumbnail, and it's like, you know, you look sad because I'm going to look sad, so our audience, you know that we're sad and we're breaking up. I just thought it was hysterical, if I'm being honest, because it just goes to show how like fake these relationships on YouTube were, even if it was just like, even if the breakup video was just fake. Like, it's catering towards the audience. Like, yeah, you may have broken up, but like you're trying to plan how you're going to break it to your fans so they're not heartbroken. And it just was a bizarre concept to me. And the thumbnail of their breakup video, again, was them like holding each other, tears down the face. Daniel looked amazing. Like, you know, he was posing and the tear was going down his face, and Joey's posing and the tears going down his face. And I posted it and I was like, breakup videos are such a wild concept. Because what do you mean you pose like this for the thumbnail? Anyways, that tweet ended up going viral, and it ended up showing up on like the news or something like that. And it turned into this moment of people being like, wow, this phenomenon of these YouTube breakup videos is really funny. Now, here's the thing that really I'm confused by. Daniel Preda followed me after that. Daniel Preda followed me on Instagram, right? And when he followed me, I was like, oh, this is like a little bit interesting. Like, I've never like overly shown support of Daniel Preda, so I was like, maybe he thought my tweet was funny, or maybe he enjoyed me reacting to the Gabby thing. And I was like, okay. So I posted on our McIntyre's Dump, which is the Muckers Finsta that we have, and I was like, Daniel Preda's a mucker. He just followed. Tell me why Trisha Paytas posts this Just Trish, and Daniel Preda is the co-host on it. And I'm like, wait, let me go on Daniel Preda's social media. He followed me last month, didn't he? Where is Daniel Preda's Instagram? Where is Daniel Preda's Instagram? Am I blocked? Yes. Something within the last couple weeks has provoked Daniel Preda to block me on social media. Not only on my main Instagram account, but also on my Finsta, which is crazy to also block me on my Finsta. Daniel, what happened? I thought we were kikiing. I thought we were just two girls. You know, what was going on? I thought you were Team Mucker. Now I'm blocked? Heartbroken. I'm heartbroken, Daniel. I'm heartbroken. You know what really bothers me about this? I'm joking, by the way. I'm not pissed at this, and he can do what he wants. What really was, I was like, damn, was I have written a list, right? I'm going out to LA at the end of this month, and I have a list of people. I'm renting out a podcast space while I'm there, and I wanted to do a week of bringing people on and interviewing people, kind of like the Rosanna Pansino, but like in person. And I figured I would do it because I'm pretty sure me and Rosanna are going to film when I'm out there anyway. She's just finishing up with her studio. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to be like, quote unquote, working filming when I'm out there, I may as well make a big deal and like extend my trip a little bit and get a lot of filming done. So I've like reached out to people, and there's like a couple people confirmed already, and I have a list of people, right? And Daniel Preda was one of the people. And so I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna message Daniel Preda now. He's on the list. He's like, I have a list. I'm like reaching out to everyone chronologically because I have to find business emails and all the bullshit, right? And I was like, damn, I really thought me and Daniel Preda were going to have like an enjoyable sit down where I could ask him what it was like working on all the sets he worked on and all like this. And I was like, damn, something happened in the last less than a month, that has provoked Daniel Preda, that I have done, that has pissed him off so deeply. Daniel Preda, if you see this, I don't know what pushed you over the edge, because I love to talk about you. So probably something. But you following me, if I'm speaking directly to Daniel here, because I have no other fucking way of contacting him, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Me reaching out and you following me back after I had done all that, I was like, oh, Daniel likes this. And I hadn't done anything else after the breakup tweet and the breakup video, which you had followed me by then. So I'm like, damn, what'd I do? Mama, girl behind you, what'd I do? So, Daniel, if you're out there and you want to change your mind and unblock me, I would love to have you on the podcast. Anyways, the longest intro ever, but I had to tell you that because I'm like, what'd I do? All right, let's get to this. Trisha Paytas and Daniel Preda talking about Nikocado Avocado's return. Actually, before I get to that, I want to get to this brief little moment. I'd watched this earlier where I'm watching this and they talk about dairy. Trisha's watching Dairy Girls right now and she starts talking about dairy. And let me tell you something. As someone who is from Derry, literally the smallest city ever, and hearing Trisha Paytas talk about fucking dairy, it was the biggest mindfuck ever. I tweeted and was like, not Trisha Paytas talking about dairy. Like, this blows my mind. Like, this is so bizarre to me. Like, you have no, like, it would literally be like if any YouTuber that, I've seen since I was like living in Derry would acknowledge dairy. I'm like, how the fuck do you know about dairy? Obviously Dairy Girls. So I thought this part was really funny. Hold on.
Got it.
Also love Daniel Preda wearing a hat that says hater. Daniel, we will get along more than you think. I know you were friends with Colleen. I know it took you ages to, step away from that. I do not judge. I do not care. Let's talk about Escape the Night.
I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How again did we go there? We were talking about what? Where did that come from? I go on these tangents.
We're one with the wind. We're just like
I know, when you're like, should we talk about hot topics? I was like, it really is chaotic.
Well, I'm used to like, okay, this, and this, and now I'm like, okay.
I know, I didn't know. Usually like
we're keeping it on track.
Right,
Eventually.
like where we're at. I have like things I always want to hit, but
Yeah.
do you ever watch Dairy Girls on Netflix? Have you ever
I
seen
love Dairy Girls.
Dairy Girls too.
I've only watched the clips, but I love that show. I know.
You gotta watch the show.
No, I started season 1 recently, but I was traveling, so I didn't get like fully into it.
You know what my favorite thing is about like most American airlines? You know the little TVs with shows? They somehow will always have Dairy Girls on it. And no matter how many times I've watched Dairy Girls, I will always put it on. I love it. I love. I think Lisa McGee, the creator, did such a perfect... Sorry, we will get to the Nikocado. I don't know why I'm yapping so much. I was going to say Nikocado Avocado did such a great job with Dairy Girls. Lisa McGee did such a great job conveying dairy at that time, but also kind of modernizing it to, like... It makes sense with dairy right now that, like, when people go to dairy and they want to, experience a bit of the show, you still get that vibe. Oh, Dairy Girls is perfect. Hearing Trisha Paytas talk about it, though, very bizarre. The same way it would be if I heard any of these people. Like, I'm like, how do you know dairy? Like, why is this on your radar?
Have you been to Dairy Ireland?
No.
That sentence for me, bizarre. Bizarre. Incredibly bizarre. Like, that is weirder to me than Trisha Paytas ever uttering my name. Like, I'm trying to think of other creators, that I, have talked about for a while. Like, that would be like Taddy Westbrook, Shane Dawson, Gabby Hanna, like any of these people that have been a big part of my channel. That would be like any of, like, I don't care if they say Adam McIntyre. They say dairy, I'm like, whoa, I feel like you just broke the fourth wall. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I just want to hear that one more time. It was a mindfuck.
Wind. We're just like.
I know, when you're like, should we talk about hot topics? I was like, it really is chaotic.
Well, I'm used to like, okay, this, and this, and now I'm like, okay.
I know, I didn't know. Usually, like,
we're keeping it on track.
Right, like where we're at. I have like things I always want to hit, but
yeah.
Do you ever watch Dairy Girls on Netflix? Have you ever
I
seen
love Dairy Girls.
I love Dairy Girls too.
I've only watched the clips, but I love that show. I know.
You gotta watch the show.
No, I started season 1 recently, but I was traveling, so I didn't get like fully into it.
Have you been to Dairy Ireland?
No.
I want to go.
I love Ireland.
Oh, that was good.
I can do an accent.
Let's hear it.
That was not a Dairy accent, but I'm willing to look past it. What did he do?
Keeping it on track.
Right, like where we're at. I have like things I want to go.
I love Ireland though.
Okay, well, love Ireland though. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, Dairy accent is like, slang your heck, fuck ye. That's literally like people in Dairy song. Fuck ye, fucking prick, piece of shite. I'm trying to tap into like Dairy. Let me tell you something. When I knew that I wanted to do YouTube as a job, I learned to tone the Dairy down. Fuck off. That's it. Let me think of another one. There's like Dairy words that I want to say, but this video would get struck down. I want to say, but I can't say that. It's a big one out there. Motherfucker. I'm trying to think. You're such a lying prick. It's like, it's just so like, what else? Gong is a chicken box. A chicken box, if you don't know. And then I like tap into like my new accent. A chicken box is, by the way, my family never really had a strong accent, but like all my friends back home, they fucking talk like us. They fucking talk like us. Oh, fucking Jesus, sure. I'm not fucking kidding you. They all fucking talk like us. See, when I went to fucking Paris, my friend Joy from home, fuck. Sure, she still fucking talks like us, doesn't she? My fucking friend Aoife. Oh, fuck me. Like, you just tap into it. But anyways, a chicken box is what you get at the end of a night out. And it's basically, I wonder if I have a photo. Sorry, I'm yapping so much. I haven't even got to the Nikocado Avocado. Chicken box dairy. Gong is a fucking chicken box, would you? This is what a chicken box looks like. Hold on. You're going to think it looks gross. This is what a chicken box is. Don't judge. Don't judge. It's chips, chicken, mayonnaise. I forget if it's like sweet and sour sauce or like something like that. I haven't had one so long. Oh, fucking beaut. Fucking beaut. Oh my God. Trisha, do you want to come to Dairy and get a chicken box? I can tell you if you want to go to Dairy, Trisha, I will tell you in advance all the spots to hit. You need to fucking get a pizza from Apache Pizza. It's the pizza spot that stays open so late in Dairy. I haven't talked about Dairy on my channel in so long. Apache Pizza. Pepperoni. They stay open to 3 fucking a.m. I'm trying to think what else. Go to Patters. Patters on Waterloo Street. A bar. Fucking Sandino's. You need to go to Sandino's. It's like it's my favorite bar in Dairy. Sandino's. You need to go to fucking Sandino's. Don't be a prick. You need to go to Sandino's. This is literally how they talk. What else does she need to do? Millennium Forum. She could go to the Millennium Forum, sure. Jesus, sure, she could go to the Millennium Forum. The Millennium Forum is like... Sorry, I'm filming this video at 9 a.m. and I have not gone to bed, if you can't fucking tell. Millennium Forum is where there's like shows. I'm pretty sure Danny Osmond, who Trisha likes, has performed there. I want to fact check this. Is that his name? Danny Is that what his name is? Danny Osborne. I don't think this is who she's talking about. No, that is not who she's talking about. Who the fuck does Trisha talk about? Hold on. Trisha Paytas. His name's definitely Danny. It's not Danny. Donny Osmond. Close enough. Close enough. Okay. Let me fact check if Donny Osmond has ever performed in Dairy. Dairy Millennium Forum. Oh, I don't think he has. Wait, has he? I'm fact checking. Ah, fuck. He hasn't. Sorry, Trisha, to let you down. He's not been to Derry. But if you want to go to Vegas and see him there, you can do that. Anyway, she needs to go to the Millennium Forum. What else does she need to do? Fucking Richmond Center. She needs to go to Richmond Center. One of the shopping centers. Foylside. She needs to go to Foylside. What else does she need to do? There's not much to do there. The Peace Bridge. There's a bridge in Derry. Really fucking exciting. Trisha, you need to get a fucking chicken box. Cut the bullshit. I'm not even doing... I just like... okay, I'll drop this. Let's get to... Nikocado Avocado. But you need to get a fucking chicken box. Cut the bullshit, Trisha, and get a fucking chicken box. Cut the fucking bullshit. Talking a bunch of fucking balls. Means you're talking bullshit. Bunch of balls. Bunch of fucking balls. Do you say Wayne? Would you shut your Wayne up? It means your child. When your child's like screaming. Would you shut your Wayne up? What else? What else? Do you say meet? For like making out with someone? Sure, they were meeting. Means they were kissing. What else? I don't know. I'll think about it and come back to you. Anyways, on to the topic of today's video. Trisha and Daniel Preda talking about Nikocado Avocado. Oh, but Trisha doesn't miss a beat. She immediately posted these photos with Nikocado, even though they've had the biggest drama ever, and was basically asking him to come on the podcast and made a TikTok about it as well. And I said, why is Trisha giving Brat summer? Yeah, it's true. So we'll see if he comes on the podcast, but they've had major beef, but sure, we're all for squashing beef these days, aren't we?
With his husband Orlin, they used to live in like Colombia. They used to have like a sloth as a pet. Plus, did you see? You keep up in general, right?
Yeah.
So the big one this weekend was Nikocado Avocado. Did you keep up with him?
The thing is, I've kept up like from the TikToks and videos and whatever, and I know about him from the past, but I've never watched a full video through because it would make me so uncomfortable in a way.
I don't know how people could watch a full.
And that's very real. I'll give the 10s to Daniel Preda, where 10s are G. I agree.
Not in any sense that other than it's like, how do you watch like that much of eating like for 40 minutes? I guess maybe he's entertaining. He's like entertaining.
I think I saw one way.
Hold on, Trishy. Trishy Fishy. Did she just say who could watch that amount? And she and y'all know exactly what I'm doing. Hasn't she done crazy mukbangs too? Trisha Paytas mukbang. Now, I'm aware that Nikocado goes like crazy with it, but I mean, some of the mukbangs she would do were, quite crazy as well.
Okay, you guys. Food for the thumbnail. Or, is there a cheese?
I mean, in fairness, she is not eating all of this.
Hey, everyone.
This isn't bad. I'd eat that in a fucking night, actually. Actually, maybe I stand corrected. Honestly, I think I could handle all that. She was also never really finishing it. If I was there, I'd finish it off. Wait, she's right, actually, on that point. To be fair, I don't know why I thought her mukbangs were crazier in my head. I think it was because I just didn't have the overexposure of watching Nikocado Avocado. I'm gonna be honest.
Back in the day, and then he had like a breath mask or something on, and that really scared me. And it was like
one of his last videos, he had that breathing mask on. I was like, what flavor is it?
And I'm like, there's way more to this story.
Really? So even back then when you saw him, did you think of him as like a troll, or you thought like he was just this like really unhealthy person?
I think just like unhealthy mind, body, soul, spirit.
What do you think now that it's been an all an act?
I don't think that's changed. No,
really?
I don't think it's an act.
Because everyone thinks now he's, if you guys don't know, Nikocado Avocado, mukbanger. He was originally vegan with his husband Orlin. They used to live in like Colombia. They used to have like a sloth as a pet. Like I watched him from way back in the day. Yeah. We have history. 2016, he made a series of exposed videos about me because I'll tell you on this one too. I would take the blame. That's what I'm saying. I just like love people who can take accountability right on their things, and I take full accountability on this. He was gonna come to California, and I was like, oh my god, we have to collab. So I guess he came, and I guess he came when only our collaboration set up. And then when he came, it was 2016. It was a rough year. I had a lot of rough years. And he came, and I guess ghosted. I didn't know this term ghosted back then. I'm someone who
She said I didn't ghost him. I just ignored him. She said, but if we're making up names for it.
Stopped responding. It wasn't day of. It wasn't here's my address and then just like you don't hear from me. It was definitely like come to California, we'll collab. And then he came to California and I just was like scared to like
You got
reply.
nervous. Yeah.
I'm someone I talk about this all the time on the podcast and you can tell me your thoughts. I love when people just ignore me rather than tell me what the issue is, right? Like if I go on a date and the guy's like, "Oh, you're chubbier than I thought." Like I'd rather just ignore me, just ghost me, block me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Wouldn't you rather have
No.
that? Okay.
I'm so open though. I'm like, if you were to tell me something that you don't like about me,
I was about to say, I think I disagree with Trisha on that. I think if someone has a problem with me, I'm like, I need you to tell me to my face immediately. So I can either beat the shit out of you or we can make up. Like
right now, or something from the past, I'd be like, let's hash it out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's never
keep it
talk
moving.
about it.
We got to work on that, Diva.
Because I think it's just nicer for me. Like, for instance, we were asking like this influencer to be on the podcast or whatever, and I just assumed she just like never replied and ghosted. And then Oscar's like, actually, they did reply, and they said like no, and I was just like, even though it was.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about Brittany Broski because I think Trisha's told this story before. I may be wrong in that, but Trisha said on Cancelled, I'm pretty sure the podcast that Brittany rejected to come on the podcast, if I'm correct.
It's a no.
Trisha's dress is really beautiful.
Like so personally, where I'd rather be like, just ghost me as if you didn't see the email or
Can
something.
you bleep out the name? You don't want her.
I'm guessing it's Brittany Broski.
Okay.
No, doesn't like. I feel like that personality is like a cat. Like only gets along with certain other.
Yeah, I found out later
Don't
that
like
she
that.
like talked to Zach saying about me and stuff. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Which is like
Yeah.
fine. Again, I get why people talk about me. I get it. So it's like it's never an issue for me. But it was definitely.
Has Brittany Broski collaborated with Zach Sang? Zach Sang. I always side-eye these days. Zach Sang, Brittany. I'm pretty sure he has. Oh, not Brooke Schofield. Brittany Broski. Oh, she's been on 2 times. Interesting.
One of those
I'm going to take a guess and say it's Brittany Broski.
rather be ghosted.
Of course,
You
yeah. I
know?
mean, because that's so personal too.
Yeah.
But you have to realize she's also said that about a couple other people. You know.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But with the situation, like, have you ever had a collab fall through where you have it set up and they just like stop responding?
I don't collab with people, so no. But I get it. I've seen it. I remember seeing it
What
in the
about like
past.
escape the night? Like they just don't show up or something.
Oh God! I mean, we had so many difficult people to
Right.
work on that set.
Oh, so
but,
many. So it
I
wasn't
mean,
just
quite-
Gabby.
I mean, in terms of what Gabby did,
Yeah.
it was just Gabby.
But there's been unprofessional
There were people
people
who are like more diva behavior. That stuff I can handle like in
Right.
my sleep.
Really, YouTubers? I just don't like when influencers are divas. I think like
No.
I get it with celebrities, but influencers, like I'm sorry, at the end of the day, you're just like not A-list celebrities. Even if you have more money, more influence, like you're just not Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt or Angelina
Right.
Jolie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you should be so lucky because influencers are only reliant on their audience. Like if Alex Earl has no one following her, brands won't work for her. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I think it's a complete thing. As opposed to like Chappell Roan, who's like just such a talent. She doesn't like fans show up and stuff like that, but she's not reliant on her personality. As opposed to me, I'm reliant on
Right.
people liking me.
Right.
So, anyways, when those people have diva attitudes, I'm like, you're lucky people like you for doing mediocre makeup on YouTube. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's a whole other
Yeah.
thing. But
I think there's a way of saying it without being too blunt. You can be like, I'm just not available right now, or I'm not, I guess.
yeah, I guess I would just kind of like when you guys never told me that YouTube rejected me, and I just thought,
Yeah.
well, they didn't want me or something.
For Escape the Night, that YouTube didn't want Trisha to be a part of it. Which is crazy considering that they also had other people that were in scandals in the show. Like, Gabby had been in her fair share of scandals when she was in Escape the Night. Tana Mojo had been in a plethora. I've never used that word before. I'm so intelligent. God, I really surprise myself sometimes. Tana had been in so many scandals. And then other people that were in the show eventually got into scandals. Can't remember if there were any other problematic people, like, at the time. But, like, Tana and Gabby on their own, like.
Also, I'm not going to be like, hey, YouTube doesn't want you. Like, you never asked me straight up. So if you had asked me, I would have been like.
But that's why I'm saying I would never ask 'cause I don't want the rejection. I was
I
like,
know.
you know what? I get it. It's almost like a ghosting thing, right?
Yeah.
I never got asked, so I'm like, I get it. I don't need to know.
Yeah.
But then I was like, it was eating me alive. I was like, I would like to know.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not your fault.
I know,
But
it's not.
but I do hang on to it.
Of course, because that's rejection from from a place that you helped create. You helped create YouTube to what it is today.
I think I take it more easily now that I know it's like YouTube that said it rather than like you.
It would never be us.
Because I was like, oh, our friends. And
no, ever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you sat with that because that's never, ever how it was.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And guess what? You have your own talk show now. So here we are.
In our basement. It's not a basement, it's the first floor, but I call it a basement. No, but Nikocado, he made this series of exposed videos. I know that's why this title's like, ooh, do we do exposing Nikocado? I don't know. But we ended up, but yeah, that was bad. He did come all this way and I felt bad and I wish I could make up to him. Maybe I could pay him for that flight. I don't know. He said he flew first class and he's coming from Colombia and all stuff like that. So he became a mukbang king. Then we did collab in 2019. We collabed a few times.
There, you made it up to him.
It was great. And then he got
Hold on, let me see. What's she saying?
canceled because he had this drama with this other YouTuber, do you know Stephanie Sue?
Yeah.
Oh, we've been covering that extensively. Okay, Team Stephanie on that. I want to Nikocado Avocado. Trisha, I am always 2 steps ahead. Okay, so they did... Oh. Okay, so he went on the dish with Trish.
I feel like myself again. I mean, I just...
Don't do that anymore. But yeah, I guess that's where...
The top comment is, he is literally pooping on her... He's literally pooping on her couch right now. Who's here after he admitted to pooping on her couch? She's sitting so close to him, she must have smelt it. Now, a lot of people were commenting on my thing saying Nikocado Avocado literally was shitting himself during this. I chose not to believe that, but now I'm unfortunately getting suspicious. I'm getting suspicious. Someone said, he is sitting in shit right now. Who's here after the... Oh my god. I've never seen Nick so chill and quiet. He must have felt very relaxed after getting that poop out. Oh my god.
Or was, but...
So, wow.
Maybe 200.
Oh my god, that's brutal. Anyways, I cannot believe that this got so many dislikes. 6,000 dislikes. Like, people were not on board for the Nick collab. Wow, there are so many collabs. Whoa. Okay, so there's one from 5 years ago. Well, I'm loving this. Exposing Trisha Paytas with receipts 5 years ago, and then 5 years ago, addressing the drama, mukbang, not the heartbreak tour. Let's get to this.
And then even as soon as I saw you, like, my initial instinct was just to be like, I'm so sorry, like, oh my god, I cannot believe this. Like, I just felt so
Why is Trisha giving JoJo Siwa here?
bad because I was like, aside from everything else, like backlash, whatever, I got so much backlash from everyone, not even just you, but like H3, that whole drama. It was like, and even H3 thing.
Babe, I've been there. Been there, babe. Cheers to that. Been there, babe.
I will say, like, I even felt bad. I came for, like, his wife, because, like, because I was like, I'm meth. I think I talked about this. Like, I was like, hi, I'm meth when I made that video. I was, like, coming off of it that previous night. And I talked about this. Not an excuse, but, like, that's the reason I was on a Twitter rampage against them. So
All right. What a great part for me to pause on. All right, 5 years ago, and then we have 4 years ago was the podcast. Then we have 4 years ago. Wow, Nikocado gets ratioed. 4 years ago, 50,000 dislikes. So we have Zach, Trisha. I like her eyeshadow here. And Zach. I love how Zach will sit in silence for the majority of these collabs.
yeah.
Right now?
No. I'm nervous because Zach's here.
Why are you taking off your hair extensions?
Because I'll be less attractive.
Oh!
Yeah.
Looks like my violin.
I mean, I have,
Looks like my violin bow.
Okay. I have extensions in, but these are just like some temporary ones. Oh, so hot. I keep telling him to go blonde.
This is the weirdest ass collab ever.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
And so
You don't have to see me ever again.
that makes me sad when you see stuff like that. I was like, oh no.
You are
Trisha goes, that makes me sad. And she's like smiling.
so sensitive. Oh my god.
You are.
Ooh, the comments are Stephanie didn't deserve to be disrespected, manipulated, so Trisha talking about him being cancelled. This is during this time, which explains the dislikes. I feel like Zach had so many things to say, but didn't. Oh, because he was in the middle of the scandal.
Joe.
Yeah, well, you are.
Sorry, I was analyzing the food. Sorry.
I am.
Wow, Zach's really in silence.
Oh. I like it.
Does Zach not talk?
He's a man.
Well, you are too, right?
True. That's true. That's facts. No lies detected.
Wow, every part I post and like click on is not great. He's making a little jab at Trisha coming out there.
I mean, that is fact. Thank you for reminding me.
Just reminding you.
I appreciate. I'm newly man though, so I can't
Newly
do that
man.
and transform.
What's that song? Make me a woman. No.
Mr. I'll make a man.
Out of you. Maybe I'm as delusional as these people. This is a really awkward collab. All right, moving on. 4 years ago. And then we have 5 years ago. No talking. I am trying to erase the last 20 seconds from my memory. Oh, I feel so angry right now. I feel so tense right now. Oh. Oh. I forgot to mute the video. Oh, no, I'm watching this and I can imagine the noises. Hearing people eat makes me feel excruciating. Like it makes me feel pain. Like because I'm such an empath. So then this was this one where they're like looking at each other and all like this. Ooh, really cringe. Maybe she shouldn't have done that collab with them. And then 4 years ago, I can see that this is seemingly the most recent one on Trisha's channel, Buffalo Wild Wings Mukbang.
Okay. He knows though. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm such
This food looks good.
a talker, and I wear it back home. It's the universe saying that's enough, Trish.
What just happened?
To watch her as a person.
Both.
Really?
Oh, this is where that photo of them comes together where I said she looks like Brad.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also really like her too,
As like a person.
and I like her work ethic.
She
What
was
about
so
you?
sweet.
How about you?
Favorite.
What was that?
Oh my god.
I hear it.
No, it's totally fine. It's fine. Everything's good.
Oh my god.
Nick, you're fine. He's literally I got it.
It broke.
No.
Awkward part 7. I'm like in between your legs.
Where'd you take me?
That comes.
Wow, they really eat none of the food. What a waste. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is really a different time, wasn't it? Podcast episode with guest Shane Dawson. Video unavailable. Probably for the best. Probably for the best. All right, anyway, back to this.
Oh my god.
Do you remember
I did
that?
hear about that whole story.
Recently or at the time?
I recently heard about it, but I remember hearing about it back then
So
too.
me and Nikocado made up, and I'm like, wow, the internet loves this. This is great.
Yeah,
We're on the up and up.
yeah.
Because I was always the villain in this story, which rightfully so. I mean, it was a little crazy. People gave me a lot of hate for ghosting. I get it. But we finally became friends, and then that whole stuff with Stephanie Sue happened. And I remember it was kind of like, it was kind of like deja vu, right? She said my whole thing, anyways, we don't need to rehash it, but that all happened, and he became like a villain.
She wants to rehash it so bad. She's so real for that.
Of like YouTube, I guess he like gained all this weight, but people are saying now he lost all the weight, 250 pounds. He's always said he's 2 steps ahead. People think he's like this mastermind, right? He's like, it was a social experiment, it was all this, but you're not buying it.
No. Eye roll.
Really?
Like, I hope you felt that eye roll. There's
Yeah.
no way. First of all, you're mukbanging on YouTube. You're not doing a social experiment. Like, if you were doing that, you'd be like...
It's like reminding me of a tweet where someone was like, Nikocado Avocado, you're not doing anything revolutionary. You're ordering a bunch of fucking KFC. Like...
or something at this point. Like, what is going on? This isn't NASA. We're not at IBM. Like, you did a gag. You got on Ozempic. You lost the weight.
You think?
That's a lot of weight to lose. Where's the excess skin? Did you get the skin surgery?
Well, you know what? In general, I thought of that. I was just like, where does the skin go when you lose so much weight?
I've had friends who have lost it naturally, and friends who have been on Ozempic that were like lost maybe 150, 200 pounds. you need to get that surgery.
So the skin's loose.
Yeah.
It can't ever go back in tight.
No, I don't. Not that I'm fully aware of.
I want to say, I think Shane was open about talking about this because I don't think he ever talked to me personally.
Yeah.
I think he got the skin skin removal.
Well, didn't he always wear like compression shirts that like held everything in?
I think, but I think
that's
he got.
what Nick is doing now. That's what I think.
Oh,
He's wearing the
okay.
compression.
I think under his t-shirt there's like either a
Oh, see, I
bodysuit
didn't watch
something.
enough of the video to see.
I actually
like,
didn't know that either. I
But
didn't
I
know.
also saw him like kind of jumping around, and I didn't see anything like even with the shirts.
Yeah, or
and
his
stuff.
thighs. I feel like could
Right,
be
or
a tell.
thighs,
Like if
yeah.
I lost weight, where would all my skin
Right.
go?
I don't believe it. There's no. I don't
think it was a
anybody.
plan?
No.
Oh, I need that hat that Daniel's wearing. I need it so bad. Someone, please help me find it. I want to buy it. I'm going to buy it immediately.
Because then there would be a whole series like follow my journey. Maybe there will be. Maybe something will come out. Follow my journey. Where's like the Discovery Channel series or something like that. You know what I
if
mean?
it was? Then I would believe it being smart.
No.
But yeah, is it like even that genius to be like what is the social experiment? He said something
We
about
pre-filmed a bunch of videos.
Right. I'm like, okay, well, he's like the parasocial relationships. But I'm like, but that's
Someone commented on my video because I just posted about Nick earlier and Stephanie So's like final exposed video. And someone was like, Adam, you're taking this social experiment thing too deep. He's literally just a troll. And I'm like, okay, if you're excusing everything down to being a troll, realize how much hurt he did to people and how nasty of a person he was. Oh, we're just equating that to trolling as well? Oh, but he's getting off with it because it was trolling. Why is the logic applying for people who've been called out for being trolls like Trisha, but Nick gets away with it?
that's always been a given.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the expose on that would be, or even the fact that like, oh, people like you when you're skinny. That's also a known thing that's been out there.
I mean, the sky is blue. Like that's what it is. When I remember when I
Right.
was chubbier, I had less friends. Like in
Really?
middle school.
Wait, were
high
you
school.
chubby in school?
Middle school, high school, I was like 5'8" until sophomore year, and then I
growth spurt.
shot up, and all of a sudden I'm popular and captain of the swim team.
Wow.
Like it just
Right. And now his TikToks are getting 60 million views, 70 million views of him literally just like jumping around being skinny.
And again, people like don't know if this is like recent videos of him or whatever, but in this video, guess what he does to prove that it's a recent video? He does the goddamn, I think the apple's rotten right to the core from all the things like he does this. And everyone's like, oh my god, this is him right now because he did the fucking apple dance. Unless he fucking predicted the apple dance years in advance, like 8 years ago. He was like, to like what music? What was it 8 years ago? 23, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 2016. Why don't you just meet me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. Or what else? What other song was big in 2016? What's that really annoying one? There's a really annoying one. Hold on. Oh, wait. Was I just singing it? Closer by Halsey. That song is so fucking annoying. What are the lyrics? Wait, am I literally singing the same song? I know it breaks your heart, move to a city. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat. So baby, pull me close. Sorry, it took me a second, but I got it. So baby, pull me closer. He was doing that years in advance. He was planning, honey.
yeah.
I was like, first of all, it is iconic in the sense I've always thought that. I want to say I might have had this conversation. Well, I won't say who, but well, you can bleep it. I think when we did a video together in like 2000. When I knew you, so like 2021 or something like that. And he's like, but like for him to have a comeback if he lost a bunch
Stop bleeping!
of weight,
Okay.
people would, people tend to like cheer you on. So like people are saying that with Nikocado, right? That he lost all this weight and everyone's really excited for him. So then there's always people like, well, don't forget he's also this bad person. But I think when you have a physical transformation like that, people do respect it more, I guess, respect you more. Because all of a sudden people are like
Right.
hyping it up. Not to say he's not. I do think I'm like you, where I'm just going to share my personal experience, where I'm like, he was always very nice to me after the whole thing, and he
Right.
seemed very smart and intelligent. So I'm not saying he's like this bad person. I would love him on the podcast. I have so many questions. Like you said, like how, why,
Yeah.
like, were you interested, like him gaining so much weight? Like maybe there was for a reason, because why else would somebody want to do that? It can't be money alone.
No, I mean, I think the delivery of it as well just did not come off genuine to me. The way that you're trying to get like, you're using the sound from a previous video and trying to have these viral moments instead of like somebody who's been through that is like, it's a trauma for a body to go through.
Oh, you're saying the weight loss.
Yeah, and just the delivery of everything just
Yeah.
seemed like there was like a hint of malice there. Like, ha ha ha, I won. Like, this isn't a competition.
Yeah,
You know what I
maybe.
mean?
But
I
do you
don't
think he's trying to?
That's such a great point from Daniel. It's like, we weren't involved in this. Like, it's you putting your health first and wanting to lose all this weight and not eat like this. Like, that's great. Fuck does that have to do with us? Leave us out of this. Like, ooh, you got us good. You would order a bunch of food and eat it for like years. Haha, you got us good, Nikocado Avocado.
Show maybe like he is trying to be like this villain. Like I'm gonna be in a show.
Possibly, but I think times have moved on from that. I think this is a flash in the pan.
Really?
Yeah, I think it'll like I'm sure it'll launch a different part of his career and his life, but I don't know.
Like,
I
is he
don't
gonna
think
give
so.
weight loss advice? Like, is he gonna become Richard Simmons? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
But I guess still, like, yeah, when he was even bigger, was he this character the whole time? I would have to say yes, probably, because you remember he would do those ones. He's like, I'm fat, and he'd be so angry.
That was so scary.
Those were scary,
Yeah.
but that was like when we do our mukbangs. And I look back, I'm like, he was completely like normal. So I'm like, I have to wonder, is that a character? Was he always
Yeah.
trying to? Was this his plan to be like? I just think when you do a dramatic transformation weight loss like that, it is shocking and it gets the views and the attention and
Right. Were people watching the videos over the past 2 years? Like, actually, like, on YouTube?
yeah, I think they were doing pretty good. They seemed to have like 400 to 500,000. Well, he disappeared for 7 months and people had speculated that he was going to lose weight, but then he started posting videos again and like, oh, he didn't. But
Right.
those were, I guess, pre-recorded.
Yeah.
So everyone thought he lost 250 pounds in 7 months, but I guess he said he hasn't made a video in 2 years. But he's back to doing mukbangs. His first one back was like a noodle one, and then he just did one with Hungry Fat Chick with Outback Steakhouse. So it's like, okay, is he going to gain it back or is he going to teach
Sponsored?
people? It might be actually because he had the bag in front of him.
Oh.
And he did look snatched. He looked good. Might have been. I love an Outback Steakhouse.
Maybe the truth is somewhere in between.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't see it. I think it's just like storyline.
You don't think
I
it's
think
gonna?
he's producing it. He's making it seem for something that it
But just like
isn't.
15 million views on the first video back, and 3 million views
That's
after that.
wild.
Like,
I'm saying, like, he's making a shit ton of money and is also getting a shit ton of media attention because of this. So it ultimately is working in his favor, but I just don't understand how it's part of a gotcha moment for us. You know what I mean? Like, as the viewer, like, how is this? What does this have to do with us? Like, oh my God. Everyone's like, he got us good. I'm like,
it is crazy, and are people
Yeah.
just? I guess it's just the transformation that's so
I think
shocking.
they're in,
Like, I've not been keeping up with Nikocado Avocado's videos over the last 2 fucking years, so I've not been watching him consume food like this. Therefore, when he loses weight, I'm like, oh, I remember what Nikocado used to look like. Oh my goodness, look at that transformation. It's not a case of me being like, oh my God, I'm so involved. You know what I mean? It's like for the general person, it's like not like that at all.
enamored, but I think it's entertaining, and clearly you see it by the views.
Yeah.
As long as it's entertaining to you. Where's that from? Name that beat.
I think it was like that too. I remember when Anna Nicole Smith lost.
Name that chin.
Was like shook.
I know.
They were like, oh my gosh.
R.I.P. Anna.
I know.
I love her so much.
I loved her too, but also like it is like when you look back at Anna Nicole season 1, it's like she really wasn't even that big. She's
No.
a tall girl too, and I was like, she wasn't
Same with Nicole Richie in The Simple Life.
talent to talk to Howard Stern, and I used to love him, but like watching him actually like just totally degrade Anna. Did you ever see that clip when she was?
There is something really disturbing about the early 2000s, but also just like all time, literally of all time for women, how their bodies have been talked about. And it's crazy because obviously I've watched The Simple Life a lot with Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton, but mainly I've watched it in the last few years. You know, I didn't watch it when it came out. I was being born. So I'm watching this and I'm reading, you know, the news headlines in journalism from that time period talking about the show. And I'm also seeing that in the show, there's a big joke on Nicole Richie being the fat one. And I'm watching this and I'm like, how was this a show in which body came into it anyway, all because it's women and people are so fucking misogynistic, of course. But the fact that like people were seeing Nicole, let me pull up a picture of this. People were seeing Nicole Richie in The Simple Life, and she was like, a lot of the punchlines for Nicole Richie were her being the fat one and Paris Hilton being the skinny one. And I'm like, wow, like we I don't care how far we've came with this. We need to go like further, because people talking about women's bodies like this, and then Nicole Richie, remember, lost so much weight, and then people were like, oh, skin and bones. And I'm like, wow, women really cannot do anything to be good in your eyes. Literally, like, I remember this episode in particular. Like, this episode in particular, I had seen articles about, and it was literally referring to Nicole Richie as the big one, which is just fucking crazy. Like, so crazy. Really fucking bothers me. And then again, it was like her and Lindsay Lohan had lost a lot of weight, and they were on the red carpet, and it was like, oh, these two, drug addicted anorexic girls. And it's like, wow, they really can't win. They really cannot win in your eyes. You're insinuating they're too big, which is so far from the truth, and also don't comment on their bodies. And then you're saying, wow, they're too skinny. How exhausting it must be to be a woman. I cannot even begin to fathom it.
Was on his
did,
show,
of course.
and he's trying to get her on the scale, and she's like, "Well, why?"
Weighing her, and she's so like kind and sweet about it. Like, she doesn't even snap or any. Like, it was.
Oh, she was so sweet. He's like, "But why you wear those clothes?" She's like, "I like the way I look, like whatever." And he's like, "Get on the scale," and she's like, "No." And oh man, I kind of actually hate Howard Stern after that. I used to like love Howard Stern, but that's how like conditioned I was as like a
not that I remember.
Man, and if he thinks you're hot and attractive, then that's the end all be all. And then honestly, like that. I think when I started to realize how awful he was to Anna, but I was conditioned to love Howard.
Who's Howard Stern? I think, is he the one that's like, blah, blah, dogs like this? Howard Stern. Oh, he's always so annoying in his interviews. Wow, he looks like this. I've seen this interview. I really don't like his interviews. And he's so inappropriate whenever it comes to talking to women.
Stern, I realize how warped the system is, and how we're like look to like idolize these men and stuff and give them so much power. But I love that it's not the case anymore. That misogyny is coming to an end a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be there for women for sure. Also, Anna Nicole lived in Marilyn Monroe's house in Brentwood.
No, I didn't.
And did you know that I broke into Marilyn Monroe's house?
What? Why?
Okay. They're obviously talking about a different topic now, but I did want to hear them talking about Nikocado Avocado. And obviously, I think them having that conversation about body's really important with the media as well. And my God, the way the media treats women, specifically whenever it comes to their bodies, fucking psychotic. Wow, I had so much fun filming this video. I've never gone on so many goddamn tangents in my entire goddamn life. I hope you're all having a great night. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Daniel Preda, please unblock me. Come on, let's work it out on the remix. Daniel Preda, I worked it out on the remix with Rosanna Pansino. Look at that. Going out to see her in LA in a few weeks. May I clarify, I'm not going out to LA to see her. I'm out in LA and I will be seeing her, to let people know that I'm not just flying out for Rosanna Pansino. Let's work it out on the remix, Daniel Preda. Let him know on social media. Come on, Daniel. Let's work it out on the remix. And also, please bring the hater hat, because I really want it. I really want it. All right. I'll see y'all later. And Trisha Paytas, make sure to get a chicken box when you go to Dairy. Goodbye, everyone.